Now in this video, what I will be telling you is about the next operation that we need to perform before sending this model to the meshing, and that operation is nothing but the Boolean operation. Okay, and it is one of the powerful operation which is especially required if you are desiring to subtract the body. Now this is the domain what we have, okay, and the flow is oncoming from left side. Now the flow interacts with this car body or any body which is placed over here and just changes its path. Clear? Now when the flow is interacting with this body, it is really desired for us to create the domain shape. The shape of this cuboid must be altered, and in this region you must be having the domain in the form of car body shape. Okay, so you might not be getting what I'm telling you right now, but if I'm just showing you with an example what I will be doing right now, then you will be catching it very easily. And all the time, if you have any solid bodies in your domain, you just have to perform the Boolean operation. I mean, that is most desired operation and a very powerful operation. Now in order to perform this operation, I will be going to create. Then in the create you will be having Boolean option. I will be selecting this option, and there are different operations that we can do in Boolean, and the most common one which I will be using is subtract. Now I want a target body to be this domain, the complete room what I have, and I'll just click on apply, and the tool body will be the car which I have created over here, the solid model. I'll just click on apply and click on generate. Now what is happening is the solid model is subtracted from the surface model, and if I'm just moving down and selecting this face, you can see that the car body is extracted or subtracted, and the domain is shaped now in the form of car. You can see a kind of surface being created over here that is exactly replicating the car what I have, right? So if you have another solid model, imagine you have planned to create a man over here, okay, kind of mannequin over here. So you must have to create a solid model over here. I'll just go quickly over here and change the shape to solid. I'll turn on the plane over here. This is just for example purpose, so I will not be creating an exact human body over here, because for global simulations, like if you are investigating the global flow, kind of box shape mannequins will suffice. Clear? So I'll just click this one, extrude. This man is quite fat, so I'll just click this one, and we can kind of add some arms to him. So if you just want this person to be added in your model, then you basically have to create in this way. This solid model should be present over here, and when you are sending this model in the design modeler, after importing you'll be having this man standing over here. Okay, for example, if we haven't performed the Boolean operation, the car was shaped in the solid form, isn't it? And you can see it is completely inside this model. So when you are importing this guy over here, what we have created, the mannequin, you can say this person will also be standing over here. So you have to perform the Boolean operation and select the car and the respected mannequin. Clear? And you have to subtract them from the total domain. That is what you have to do. So we can just try to go and perform Boolean again. Subtract is selected. The target body will be the complete domain. Click apply, and this will be the car over here. Now if you have the man available over here, you'll be having one more PRT001. You just need to select that, okay, by holding control key and click on apply. The car is selected. I'll click on generate, and the car is subtracted. I mean, the shape of the car is subtracted. Now in the similar way, you can perform the simulation for different aspects. Like if you want to perform a flow over rectangular or bluff body cylindrical shapes, okay, you just have to create a solid model, import over here. Your cylinder will be standing over here, and you just have to subtract the cylinder from the domain by using the Boolean operation. Then you can add up the flow physics setup. I mean, you can set up the physics, and you can apply some oncoming air from this side. It will interact with this bluff body, that is cylinder, and give you the oncoming results, whatever your desired or whatever is your objective. So this is the way how you have to tackle the CFD simulations, and I believe you're very clear with the Boolean operation. Now I'll just pause the video. In the next video we will be sending this file to the meshing, and we will be creating a unstructured mesh. Then we will be renaming the surfaces, and we will be setting up the physics. Now for naming the surfaces, we have two options. Instead of naming the surfaces after meshing, we can name the surfaces in the designing modeler as well, or the design modeler. All right, so I'll be doing that otherwise. Now first let me just go to shaded exterior with edges. Okay, because if I don't have edges, you can see that this face is not splitted. I mean, you can see nobody can understand whether this face is splitted or no, right? If I'm selecting the face filter, then only I need to ensure, otherwise normally one may not understand. So it is desired to have your filter that is shaded exterior with edges. Now I mentioned you that this complete shutter is open, so we will be having the fresh inlet, fresh air inlet, we can say, from this side. Clear? You can see a generating generation symbol, so I'll just click on generate, and you have this fresh air inlet available over here. Now this will be the ceiling, obviously, so I'll just right click, name sections, name over here, ceiling, click on generate. Now this is the first right side wall, this is another wall, and this is another wall. So we have 3 walls surrounding the room, and I will just write them as wall. Ceiling will also be wall only, okay, don't worry about it. And the floor will be placed over here in the bottom, and that will be named as floor. Now for the car body, I'll be doing 2 things. This bonnet is having an exhaust of fire, that is heat and combustion gases are coming out from this bonnet. So I'll just write it as fire. Okay, and rest of the parts of the car will be the car body. Okay, I will be writing it as car body. It depends on the user, you can write anything. The only thing is you must know what is that particular model representing and what boundary type must be assigned to it during the simulation. That is most important thing actually. Okay, so we have the car body, you can see it is selected. Now normally you cannot see from the top because it is inside the domain. That is the selection, that is the reason selection is not visible. Now if you see from the bottom, it will be visible for us. Clear? So you have the car body, then you have the fire, I mean the bonnet from where the fire is generating out, and the floor over here, then the wall. How many walls you have? 1, 2 and 3. Then you have the ceiling, and you have the inlet of air, and we forgot about the outlet. So I'll just select this strip over here, name section, and I'll just write it as outlet, or you can just write any other thing. Click on generate. So we have done the naming part as well. So after the meshing, we can just directly move on to the physics setup rather than wasting a time for naming. So no matter where you have to name, that is more important, because naming will allow you to designate a boundary type for it, and that is the most important thing in simulation. Clear? So if you're not naming anything, automatically the software will name all the walls, and that will be some standard method for naming. Okay, so that will be, that will increase the complexity. We cannot understand what name is referring to what boundary. Clear? So it is desired for the user to rename all the respected locations in the domain. Now on this note, I'll just conclude the video over here, and let us move on to the next video to finish our simulation.